Have you ever seen a moment so real, so totally honest, that the whole world just stopped for a second? That's exactly what happened when Johnny Depp started crying right there, without planning it, in front of everyone. No one was ready for it. Not the people watching, not the cameras, not even him. And what came after that tear? Something he told everyone that no one expected. It's one of those special moments where a famous person takes off the mask and shows what it means to be a regular person. So, let's talk about what really happened that day, what made it happen, what he said, and why people all over the world can't stop talking about it. Imagine this. The lights are low, the room is quiet. Johnny Depp is standing on stage, calm but sad, speaking from somewhere deep inside his heart. You can tell something's bothering him. He tries to stay strong, but then, out of nowhere, you see it. One single tear running down his face. He doesn't stop. He doesn't try to hide it. There's no helper team stopping the camera, no written words to save him, just silence, feelings, and honesty. And that's when it hit everyone. This wasn't a movie. This wasn't acting. It was a man feeling hurt, speaking from his heart. And when he finally talked again, his words were powerful. He said he'd been carrying sorry feelings. Real, painful, sorry feelings. Not about money or being famous, not about movies or jobs he lost, but something deeper, something personal. He said that sometimes the hardest fights are the ones nobody can see. And when he said that, everyone in the room went completely quiet, because everyone got it. We've all had those times, haven't we? When you're struggling inside, but acting like you're okay on the outside. When people don't understand you or judge you unfairly. When you want to explain yourself but can't find the right words. That's what made Johnny's moment feel so strong. It wasn't about being a celebrity. It was about being human. Then came the part that really shocked people. The secret he told. He shared that he had been writing letters for years, not for fans, not for newspapers, not to get attention. These were private letters, written to someone special, someone he'd stopped talking to. He said those letters were his way of saying his truth, his way of letting go of guilt, confusion, and hurt. And the biggest secret of all? He said his biggest regret was staying quiet for too long. That's the moment people watching realized this wasn't about his job or his fame. It was about freedom, about getting better, about finally being honest. And here's the surprising part. He never said who those letters were for. That mystery made fans go crazy. Some thought they were to someone he loved. Others believed they were to himself, to the version of him that got lost somewhere along the way. Whatever the real answer is, that mystery made his secret even more meaningful. It's unusual to see someone like Johnny Depp, a man who's played every kind of character you can imagine, drop the acting completely. But in that moment, he did, and people saw something real, something honest. It reminded everyone that behind being famous in the stories, there's still a person just trying to make peace. Let's stop for a second and think about what this moment teaches us. First, it shows that being open connects people. When someone, especially a famous person, opens up about their problems, it builds a bridge between fame and regular life. It makes us feel understood. Brain doctors even say that when we see someone being open, it makes us feel caring. That's why so many people around the world felt connected to Johnny after that day. Second, it teaches the power of being quiet. Notice how he didn't rush to explain himself. He didn't hide behind jokes or practice lines. He just stopped and let the feelings breathe. That's silence. It was louder than words. Talking experts actually call this the realness pause. It's what makes emotional moments impossible to forget. And third, it shows the strength in telling your truth. One coach once said, "Telling secrets isn't weakness, it's letting go." And it's true. Johnny's moment wasn't about falling apart. It was about breaking free. In a world where everyone's trying to look perfect, seeing someone accept being imperfect feels different. It reminds us that getting better doesn't start when you win an argument or prove something. It starts when you stop pretending. And maybe that's what Johnny's moment was really about. Not clearing his name, not getting people to feel sorry for him, but taking back his voice. Think about that for a second. How often do we keep quiet because we're scared of being judged? How often do we hold back tears, hide our hurt, or pretend we're fine when we're not? We all do it. But that moment showed that sometimes honesty, even messy emotional honesty, can be the strongest thing we do. It also reminded fans that celebrities are regular people too. Behind the fancy events and the interviews, they have doubts, regrets, and heartaches just like everyone else. And honestly, maybe that's why this story shook the world so much. It wasn't because it was Johnny Depp. It was because his hurt felt familiar. We all know what it's like to feel misunderstood, to carry regret, to wish we'd talked sooner. So maybe that's why this secret felt like a mirror showing something we've all been through. As more people saw the video online, the reactions came in. Fans wrote comments saying things like, "I've never related to a celebrity this much," or "It felt like he was speaking for all of us who've been through hurt." And the truth is, he was. It's not every day that a celebrity breaks through the noise and says something that actually means something. But this time it did. It reminded people that no matter how successful or famous you are, feelings don't care. Hurt is hurt, and getting better takes courage. What's even more interesting is how the news people reacted. At first, there was guessing, gossip, and endless ideas about who those letters were for. But slowly, something changed. People stopped focusing on who and started focusing on why. Why would someone like Johnny Depp feel the need to write private letters in secret? Maybe because it was the only place he could be honest without being judged. Maybe it was like therapy in secret, words written with a pen instead of spoken out loud. And that makes sense. Smart people often say that writing can be powerful. When you write, you're not acting, you're just being. And for someone who spent many years acting, that's probably the purest form of truth there is. What I love most about this whole story is that it reminds us that being open doesn't make you weak. If anything, it shows strength, the courage to say, "Hey, I'm not perfect, I've made mistakes, I've been hurt." That's something we can all relate to, and maybe that's the real secret behind the confession. It wasn't meant to shock, it was meant to heal. So, after hearing all this, what do you think? Was this Johnny's way of finally letting go? Was it closure, or just a moment of emotion caught on camera? Whatever it was, it left an impact that no movie or performance ever could, because it was real, it was raw, and it was unforgettable. Now, I'd love to hear what you think. Do you believe that moment changed how people see Johnny Depp? Or do you think it was just a look at something deeper? Share your thoughts in the comments. I genuinely love hearing your takes on moments like this. And if you enjoyed exploring real stories behind Hollywood's most unexpected moments, make sure to check out the next video when Keanu Reeves broke the internet with one sentence. You won't want to miss it. Before you go, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon. It really helps the channel grow, and it makes sure you don't miss any of the stories that Hollywood doesn't script, but life does. Because at the end of the day, it's moments like these, the unscripted ones, that remind us what being human truly means. Sometimes the truth behind the tears says more than any movie ever could.